Hello and welcome back to this board game life. My name is Mark, and today I got a mess on my table. My table is full of stuff from Andromeda's Edge, and let's see, I got stuff. So Andromeda's Edge. This is the expansion. I've got the retail game. I've got the Supernova Deluxe expansion box upgrade kit. I've got the promo pack. So I did a Lost Ruins of Arnak video where it was quite long, but what I did was I kind of went through the real quick video that CGE did online where they kind of showed you where everything goes. But I actually found it kind of a bit confusing. I had a lot of people really comment they appreciated, or I've had a couple of people, I guess I'm going to say lots of people, but I've had a couple of people comment that they appreciated my video. It helped them out. And so I'm going to mimic that. I'm going to put all this Andromeda's Edge stuff back. This will probably be a long video. Feel free to skip forward as you'd like. But I'm basically going to put all this content into this box, into their trays. And I'm going to do what I did in that one. I'm going to kind of watch the official from Cardboard Alchemy. I'm going to watch their little video and see where they put stuff. And sometimes it can, they show it real quick and boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to be doing a lot of pausing, and then I'll explain, okay, this is what goes here. Because like they were on one of the cards that, I saw they showed like, they'll show you like, boom, or they'll go this, and they'll put it in its place. But, everything is kind of wrapped. So I want to slow that down for you all. So thank you for watching. If you are here, I do ask that you do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you're not going to miss any new content. And if this video did help you, please comment, let us know. I would expect this might take an hour or so. It's gonna, there's a lot of content here. So let's just get started. I'm just gonna flip the camera. Let me take it out. I'm going to take out, you can see my mess on my table, or at least the part of the table you can see. So this is the main box. So the first thing that I've put in is this little, this guy. So this is in the expansion, and that's just for the solo player. So it is in the escalation expansion box. So the very first thing is they have you put that right down here. So if you don't have escalation, you can ignore that step. All right. So now the next thing is we are taking a look at some more cards. And so we've got the observatory cards. So I'm going to be, let me do this a little different. I got to do my little setup here so I can split screen this. So I can see, I got to watch both cameras here. I got to be able to see what they're doing. But you've got these observatory cards, factory, obelisk, spaceport, city, another observatory card. And then on the, I think I moved to this one. So, and I think, so these cards looks like they're going to go right there in that spot. And these cards came from, oh boy, where did I pull these? Okay, so that's the deck that I opened. Edge Deck M2. It has the purple logo on it. So that's the deck I opened to find those city cards. And let me see what the next thing was. So the next ones have like a black background. Is that these? Okay. Let me just verify. So again, I'm going to have a lot of going back and forth. Okay, so the next ones are these kind of like these cards. These are Andromeda's Edge Deck M3. So we're going to cut these open. We'll see. There might be more in this deck. Looks like there is. Oh, there's some more city and observatory cards. And then there's these. So the ones they showed were the black ones. So I don't think all of those go in. So we've got those cards down there. Now the interesting thing is there's more of these. Do they all go together? So some were in deck 2, some were in deck 3. Wonder if there's another stack. They are the same. So we're going to just put both of those back into the original. So it looks like there's 2 piles of those. Okay. So that's where we're at so far. All right. Again, this is quite an undertaking. It's quite a task. Let's see. All right, so let's keep going. Now we're looking at some kind of round disc. Might be punchable cardboard. Unfortunately, I've mixed all my stuff together, so some of the stuff I'm not gonna know which box it came out of. Wonderful. Let's see. So this looks like a punchable cardboard piece. Oh, here we go. So this thing right here, I want to punch that out. Okay. That looks like it's going to go right there. That is correct. Then we have the cards we had just a second ago. That's these. So we've got like the Roman numerals 1s, 2s, and 3s on them. They're going to go right there. Okay. Oh, and then he split them. Or they split them. So we've got, let's see, we'll take half the 2s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do, so they might have just split it in half, but they did something to this effect. So you got 2s and 3s. Okay. I got to go back just a skosh. And then we've got, okay, so we've got a couple of tokens, I think from the base game. Where'd those go? Where did they go? Oops, oh, I'm dropping pieces out of this bag here. I see what I'm looking for. All right, so these 2 pieces from the retail game, take them out of their baggie. And those are going probably right there. It's what it looks like. Yeah, then we've got those little tiny things. They're going to go in the same spot. Okay, so we've got all these tiny little things. They're going to go in that same little spot. Man, those things are tiny. Those are going to get lost. I can see that happening already. Okay, then we've got gold dice, it looks like. Looks like gold. 6 of them, maybe brownish. All right. So let's just, I think those are what we call the battle dice. That's probably the Raiders, because they are goldish. So I'm going to pull the kind of brownish, goldish looking ones out of the pile. And those go right down in there. All right. Making progress. And we've got some big dice, some purple, bigger dice. They look pretty good sized. Where are they? Where are the bigger dice? I got too much stuff out here. This is crazy. I got a million baggies too. they did give you a lot of baggies. All right, I am not seeing those bigger dice. Those are definitely bigger than the ones that go in this tray. Okay. Well, where are they? Interesting. Interesting. Let's see if they're behind this. Nope. Well, I'm not seeing those dice. Let's see. So I've got, should be 6 for each color. Right. That's for the player colors. And that's what I've got here. And that's what those are. That's for the 5th player. So it looks like there should be more dice. 6 more dice. Looks like 3 large, or I'm sorry, 1 kind of large brownish one. And not in here. Where could they be? This is the fun part when you got all this stuff. Okay, I guess we're going to have to come back to that because I am not seeing more dice. They're probably sitting here right in front of me. You guys can probably see them. They're right there. But I don't see those dice. What I'm going to do, though, real quick, before I move on, let me look up. See, this is the fun part of having, getting these big kits. There's so much stuff that you got to try to find everything. All right, so let's see. I'm going to look at the rule book real quick. See if I see big chunkin' dice. So we have the Raider dice. We have 24 down here. 24 player dice and 4 player colors, which we do have. We have those. So I'm looking for some bigger dice. Okay. Let's see if it came in the escalation kit. So there's the dice for the 5th player. I'm not seeing these extra dice. Okay, but let's go back to solo mode. Is it part of the Unity? Not seeing it. So, all right. I don't know. I don't see anything referencing those dice. So I think we're going to have to skip that for the moment. Let me just go back a little further in the main rule book. See if I see anything with those larger dice introduced. Yeah, I don't know what those are for. I don't see them in my game. So hopefully I can figure this out, because if you're in the same boat as me, you'll be like, I didn't get those dice. See, that's the dice for that player. That's the player setup. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me. So I think we're going to move on. I will have to look that up, and hopefully by the end of this, I will figure out what that is. What's supposed to really go there? Because I don't have any extra dice. So, all right, we will progress on. Progress, please. All right, then we got all the tiles. All right, so it's going to take me a moment. So these things, I got to punch them out. So do I wonder if I punch them? Probably. the nether void. So I've got a bunch of these to do. This circular disc is going to go right down there, so that's already punched out. This is probably going to go over it. I'm gonna call it early and see if we'll see if I'm right. All right. So now I'm going to fairly quickly. This won't take too long. Just going to punch these out, and these all go down in the tray. All right. So these will go down here. So a couple more. Punch-o-tastic. All right. I think we're getting down to last couple here. Is this it? Okay, this is my last one. All right. So, put these down in here. Okay. All right. So those are all in there. That looks like that's all of that. Let's see if I was right. Yep. That goes right there. Okay, now we've got our space pirate dudes. So all of these cards for your players. Wow, that exceeds the height, doesn't it? No, fits just right. Okay, perfect. Oh, hold on. Did I pull some of these? I might have some of these. I think say, yeah. So there is some that say level 1, 2, 3 on the back. Those you're going to place right here. The rest of them are going to go here because they're separate. Okay. This is for, I think might be the solo mode. All right. Now we've got some big cards. I think those are player aids. I got to find what I did with those. All right. So I should have 5 of these. And I do have another one here somewhere. I see it. Just got to get to it. Still weirded out by those dice. Where are the dice? All right. Okay, that's something different. I'm trying to take the stuff out here. Okay. So this should be the fifth player. So we've got all of those, and it looks like they do have this one tucked up under it as well for that Unity mode. So we've got these cards, and they are going to lay right on top of there, just like that. All right, then we've got what looks like this board. This is the commander board, the Unity Command Fleet. If I can get it out of this bag, I'm trying to peel this without bending it, because it is just the one thin board in there. Oh, sounds like we're getting a storm. It's actually thundering outside. We do not get thunder in the Pacific Northwest. So Hopefully my recording will continue. If it gets a slight breeze up here, we do tend to lose power because we get a lot of wind and we got lots of trees here in the Pacific Northwest. It likes to take out the power lines. So let's hope everything stays up and running. All right, so I'm adding the 5th player card here. All right, so I got 5 player cards, but right now they're showing this one, and they're placing it right on top. So this is going let me see if there's a specific way. So they're showing it like that. Okay. And then the player boards, they are showing them like in this step. You can see there are some cutouts here. Stuff's kind of shaped similarly. Sort of, kind of, not really. Okay, that looks correct. All right, then we've got the 3 rule books. So now, except I might have to come back to these, but so I've got all 3 of my books. So my escalation rule book, the appendix, and the rules of play for the game are going to lay down right on top. Okay. All righty. Then we have the board, the actual board. It's going to go down next. Okay. All right. So then we put this clear plastic cover on, and I got to see exactly which way. So it looks like it goes this direction. Okay, so just like that. All right, then I think we're going to start building player trays, it looks like. So let me get one up on screen here fully. Okay, so I'm going to move this box out of the way. Okay, and then we're going to take one of these trays. So we're going to open it up. Okay, and then I'm going to place it just like this. And we are going to put our dice. That's weird. Is it meant to fall out? Probably. And they do slide out. All right, that seems weird, but the lid will hold them in. All right, then we've got, this is going to take me a little bit of time, but we've got our big token here. Looks like we take our, we got 3, 4, 5 other little tokens, discs. Those can go down into there. Okay, so we've got those. Then we need these little pip pieces. What I call them, I don't know what you call them, but these are going, looks like they go like this, back and forth. Oh, these are going to slide right out too. Okay, and then we have our ships. So we have that one, our larger one here. And we have, these look like our base things. I think we're in a double stack. Let's go with this guy. There we go. Now they fit in just fine. All right. There we go. They sit right in on each other. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what we do next. So, okay, so then we just cover. Or is that backwards? It might be backwards. Yep. So here's what the trays look like, okay? And both of these sides here, they would fall out. So having this face you look at it where it says max 5, max 10 facing you, then they go right on top just like that. Okay? So we're gonna repeat this. I'm gonna repeat this with the rest of these. So feel free to speed up if you'd like. Or hang out and listen to my not so witty commentary. All right, these have got to have a specific way these go in. Oh, because they're not. So it's like, okay, so it's not a perfect. It's like one side's flatter across this way than they are this way. So that's the trick to putting these in. The flatter side probably there. There we go. Okay. So you put the flatter side. So give you a close-up look. The flatter side is across this back, across that back, and across that back. And then they fit in just perfect. All right. We put the blues tokens in. And all of these guys. Okay. And then the lid. And then the nice thing about having these trays is that when you are playing with people, you can just hand them their color. Everything is there. You don't have to kind of go through and have. I mean, you can put everything in a baggie. So if you do have the retail game, you can put everything in, all of the green stuff in a baggie, and stuff to just hand them the bag. That does make life easier. So you can still do that. But if you got the trays, it's nice because everything just sits in the trays and is ready to go. You don't have to actually sort it. You pull the lid off and you're ready. So that makes it really nice. Do enjoy that part about having component trays like this. All right. Get this stuff going. And I'm really curious now because I'm hearing thunder out there. I wonder what it looks like outside. We just don't get thunderstorm here in the Pacific Northwest. It's just not normal. So curious to go see what it looks like outside. We'll do that. We'll do that later. We got this to finish, right? That's right. So here, just for grins and giggles, if someone wanted to put them all facing the same way, they would fit. If I got one out. So you don't have to, you could put them all in line just like that, or you can alternate them like I did on the other side. So just depends on your preference, but they all fit facing like that too. So, and I'm really looking forward to playing this game. I did like Dwellings of Eldervale a lot, and I think I'm going to enjoy the space theme just a little bit more. Okay, I got one left. We got the White Player, which is in the expansion. So this is the 5th player. So if you didn't buy the expansion to the game, then you won't have the these these extra pieces. If you bought the upgrade kit, you will get the white tray, but you will get all of these will come in the expansion. So hopefully that'll answer some questions that if you have not purchased the expansion, wondering what's the white tray for that. Well, now you know. So, okay. All right, almost done. Got to get my dice in here. Then we can move on to the next portion of putting all this stuff away. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's see what they have us do next. All right, so that gets all our player trays done. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be putting them into the box. All right. Yep. All right. So they are putting them. I'm going to bring my box back in. Okay. And you can kind of see how it is laid out down here. This will fit just fine. Are they going to go the other way now? Well, it still shows it. Feels like it's not sitting flush, but maybe it won't. Okay, so not that it matters, but they've got yellow and the blue on top, the purple in the middle. Right, it shouldn't matter. These look all to be identical. They put the blue on there. It still locks on there. Hmm. Huh, that doesn't seem right. We just double check the way they got them. So they've got these, they got white, purple, green with the circles down, and then the blue and the yellow right on top. So they're putting them exactly like this, but it's weird. Doesn't it looks like they just fit right in space in their spot, but okay. So now we're gonna move over to these guys. We're gonna fill these things up. All right. So I'm just kind of watching to see, and do they double these up in both? So that's one tray. Yep. Okay. So we are going to bloop. We're going to go back just a scooch. Pause it right here. Okay. So now we're going to fill these two trays. So these are going to have the same stuff in them. All right. So I'm going to basically split them kind of in two. So we're going to start with some green cubes. This is nice because then you get. I do like too. Another thing I like about some these games that will do this. Let's do them the correct way though. What I do like about these is when they've got the trays with the same stuff in it that you can put on multiple ends of the table, so you're not having to reach over people or pass stuff to people. You can just have stuff at each side at each end. All right, so there's our green cubes. And we have these red circles. Whoops. Okay. Put the rest in there. All right. Now we've got these things, I think. Looks like. So we're going to put like half in there. roughly. Okay. We've got some are these clear items, clear pegs. And we're just trying to even them out a little bit. Roughly. And we've got our little silver bricks here. So all these things are replacing the your cardboard. So I don't know if it works. I would imagine it probably would. Well, if you bought the deluxe kit, if you got the upgrade, you're getting these. So you're replacing. You wouldn't have to punch all that cardboard because you're getting all this to replace it. Wow, these are got a little weight to them. That's nice. Okay. So then we put our lids on these. All right. So now we're going to bring the box back over. And these are going to go right there in the middle. All right. So let's see what else is next. Yep. So those fit that way. Now we've got our stack of fighter cards. Okay. So now we got a bunch of cards. So looks like full-size cards. They look like it, but who knows? I got cards all over. Space Pirates. Make sure those are not. But I do have some more cardboard stuff that possibly might need to be punched. Like these things. Yep, that's what they are. I think these things. So I might have to punch those out. Because they're showing Space Pirates. Transport. Science vessel. So these I can skip punching. This I can skip punching. But they're saying Space Pirates and Nightmare Cove. There's some more of those. I'm missing something else I'm supposed to punch. I think this was just standees, yeah. All right, so let me go back just a bit and see. So the first thing were fighters. These look like cards. Well, but this says fighter. So that's what the okay. So there's a bunch of those. Well, we're gonna punch those out. Oh, here's some. Oh, here's some more. I got more of them there. Okay, there's more of those. Which is probably what I'm looking for. Okay. So let's see, how many fighters do I have? So science, heavy cruiser, fighter, 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 heavy cruisers. Okay. Okay. Science vessels. So I don't know if these are supposed to be separated or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do it at the moment. Allied tribes, unknown shipwrights, transports. And all of these guys, the Elders of Dwellinon. All these. Oh, there's the Space Pirates of Nightmare Cove. Okay, so it's just... All right. So we'll go with that. All right. And it shows... Let me pull this back. All right, so I'm going to move all these things over so I can see them. Get this box back on camera. Oh, I got more I need to punch still. I got too much stuff out here. Too much stuff. Get this box back in here. Okay. So we had fighters, which they showed, I think, right here. And then, let's see. So the fighters, then the transports went next to them. And then they went into the bigger stuff. So I think these are going to double up. They don't show it that way, but they're just showing you like a stack. And then they go, so I think all the white ones are over here. All these. In fact, let's just even that out. There we go. And then you've got these guys going to be split probably on the other side into the... Yeah. Okay. So just putting a bunch there, and I still have a couple more that I need to punch out. So these probably came from the expansions and the promo. Probably where all this came from. And it'll be really nice to have this all in one big box. All right. So these go down in here. All right. And then they showed this deck of cards. Okay. So these are something we opened like the very first group. They are now going to be put into... Okay. They're going right here. All right. Now I got to find some more cards. And they don't look small. Man, I got all these small square ones. Ah, probably these maybe. A bunch of these little square cards. All right. But I'm looking for something that says Algae Sky. These look to be bigger, so I think these are going to lay over the top of the ones we just did. Ah, yeah. Okay, so that is this pack. So it'll be Andromeda's Edge Deck P1 is the one we're looking for now. So we will take the wrap off of that. Again, this is the pack. And they look like this. So let's remove these for now, because this is what it showed is going right here. Okay. All right. Then we've got the A deck. So then we have this, which is in deck P4. That doesn't go in there. That's just a single card. But I'm going to guess that it's all going to go in with these. And those went right here. Oh, and there's this one too. That's in Edge Deck P3. I'm going to go ahead and open that and just put that right there. I'm going to put these with those. All right. Then we've got stickers. So we're putting stickers on. Okay, so we are going to slide this back over because now we've got these two trays and these sticker packs here. And I still got a lot more cards. I bet you these cards go, oh, there's more of these. So I got more of these in deck P2. So and then there's that. There's another one of these. So we're going to slide this back over. put that there. Put these on top of there. I still think we're going to have something underneath here. So, but we'll see. I would imagine it's got to be this deck of cards here, but we'll see. All these square ones, I think, are for these all these. All right. So next we're putting on. You want to take out your sheet, and it shows you at the bottom where you're putting your stickers. So there's a civ track, a civilization, a commerce, an industry, and a science. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this kind of right here, and we're just going to apply these stickers. So they're going to should go right up on the top. And I hate doing stickers. I really do. I got big old fat fingers, and it's just annoying. All right, so for this side here, we're going to do right down the row. Looks like they are lined up too. So those, and those. So let's get these on real quick. Real quick, he says. All right. Man, I hate doing stickers. All right, there's one out of what? 12? Hello? Come unpeeled, please. Well, that one came out unpeeled really good. Yeah. That was the science track, so we're doing the industry track now. So this, I believe, is like a market. I believe. I think that's what this is going to be. Not 100% sure, but either that's what's going to cost you this to get this in the market, or when you take it, you get that as a bonus action. I was playing Path to Civilization the other day, and when you took a card or a tile, there was these stickers much like this in above the spot where you would pull the cards from or the tiles from, and you got those as like bonus actions. So maybe that's what this is going to be. So if you take from here, you get that. Okay, and the last one for the civilization. Get that in there. So again, if you are planning, if you're still watching, still listening, it's going to take some time to do all this. Hopefully this video will hopefully help speed things up for you as you're kind of watching me go through it. Okay. All right, so those are done. Now we're going to see what do they want us to do next. All right, let me skip forward till they're done. Okay, so they are now done. So, okay, so I want to keep this because I got to make sure I put them in the correct spot. So this is my science and my industry. So I need my green. So you're going to need your Edge Deck X2. They are green. So we're going to pop these open. All right. Take that out. Okay. We've got some browns there. We got greens. Okay, so that deck's going to fill this up. So we are going to take the lid off. Okay. And then you just, I don't know if there's they just showed it this way. I don't know if there's they just showed you dropping them in. So they didn't show any kind of specific order or anything. So maybe it's completely random. All right. And then they just did the same with these. Just showed them going in here. Okay. I'm going to assume we cover that. And then we're going to do the same for the others, which is going to be the yellow and the blue. So that looks to be both of these. All right. Oh, maybe there's. So now I'm opening up pack X4, but it looks like there's more of the others. So we might want to just keep these, get all these open and till we know for sure. Oh, because there's another deck with some more of these in it. Okay, so we've got some yellows, which go into this. They go here. We got blues here. I bet you I got all these mixed. I bet you these are. I bet you I messed them all up probably. But because then there's more. Oh, I don't know. I do not know. I might have to. Probably gonna have to go back through and it's like, oh, this pack goes here. So here's X3, which might be the third. Which like might be the third. You know, maybe this is where he goes in the third pile down or something. Maybe that's what that's for. These are one. Maybe these are supposed to go in the first spot. All right. It's probably exactly what the heck it is. And my rule book's buried in the bottom. But I'll bet you that's what this is. You're supposed to put. But that would mean a whole stack just like that in the very top spot. I don't think that's going to be. That doesn't make sense. I bet you it's all just mixed up and random. If not, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out when I play. All right. So that looks like those. So let me move forward here. And these are going to go back in here somewhere, I would imagine. I still have this card. Oh, yeah. These are going to go like that. And then that goes like that. Oh, I still got so much more to go in here. Okay. I don't know what all these other pieces are. They're showing a whole bunch of stuff going in here. And I'm like out of content. Aren't I not? I'm out of stuff except for these. So I don't know what all these other discs are. But they're putting like all these colored discs in here. Okay, so I obviously need to punch cardboard. So looks like I still got more stuff to punch. So these things. So they got what looked to be upgraded components there. Wonder what version of the game that is. So, and then so we're gonna punch this. Must be in some super duper special edition that I didn't get. Boo. Okay, so we're gonna put these there. Then there's like some kind of greenish looking things on the back. There's some red ones. Must be these guys. Okay, so there's the red ones and the black ones. And I've got looks like planets. There's green ones. Yep. More red ones. Okay. I did not get away from punching cardboard. All of this cardboard. I'm still punching it all, it looks like. Okay. Okay. These are green, which looks like there's going to be a whole bunch of green ones. So all of these. Okay. Those might be cardboard, but they look in the video like they're some kind of deluxe components still. They look like they're upgraded. Probably like a Kickstarter thing to get those. I guess I'll have to look and see if there's anything like that for sale to upgrade the rest of the kit. All right. Those are all the greens. Look like some kind of science tokens. Okay. So those go there. So now I'm tapping into deck M1 because I do see these cards are coming up next. All right. It looks like the whole deck is, or the whole pack is that. Okay, so these all go right here. Then there's, I gotta go back because there's more stuff. Wonder if those are the planet. Those must be the planet pieces. Yeah, those are the planet pieces. Okay, so I do have to punch all those. Okay, so we are punching out the rest of this stuff. And then they're all going to be put in here by color, looks like. All right, so that one is finally clear. Okay. So we're going to put, they're having the blues there. Whoops. And I've got like, okay, I'm going to assume these are yellow. Got some green and yellow. It looks like they got brown ones too. And then the greens are going to go there. Not that it probably matters. All right, another clean board. All right. Oh, these are definitely okay. So these are definitely going to be like the brown, what they classify as brown, I guess. And then we've got red right here. I do see some yellow, and they're definitely yellow. So, some more green in there. One more green. A couple of reds. I have no idea what these things do. Again, haven't played this game. Did play Dwellings of Eldervale, which is by Luke Laurie as well. Really liked it. This seems to be that game, only kind of updated, maybe. I don't know if updated is the right, just some changes and different theme, and I think I'm gonna like this one even more so. Now we got to punch all the yellows. See, definitely different. Those are definitely yellow compared to the other ones that were definitely more of a brown, goldish look. Oh, that's right. These are the resource tokens, I think. That's right. These go out on the planet. Trying to remember. I've only played Dwellings once, but it's coming back to me now. Now I don't know what this is. Okay. And then we've got blue. These are going to be like these, I think these teal ones or whatever over here. Oh, what color these things are supposed to be. I'm missing ones, aren't I? These are like, oh, these are the pink. Okay. These must be the pinkish ones. All right. Yeah, I believe that is it. They don't show anything else going in there. So that is likely for future expansions. Or maybe you can split your cards. Because it does show cards on both sides. It does show cards on the does show the symbol. So I think for right now, I'm just going to do it that way. Okay. And then we're almost done, folks. If you're still here, we're almost done. This goes down right on top of one. Okay. Then we have this thing. Oh, I got an extra card here. I don't see. So for the time being, I'm going to set that on top because I did not see that card go in anywhere. So now we're putting this piece. We're going to go with this big monstrosity. Oh! Guess what, folks? There's cards. I need cards to go in here. So interesting. So that's why that thing is shaped that way. So we're going to backtrack a little bit, and maybe this will save you some time, unless you've completely followed along. But if you've watched ahead of time, so we are looking for. Oh, they probably like starting cards for the players or something to that effect, and those are going to be all the way at the bottom. Wait, actually, I can just lift this up. I think we're okay. I just take this out. Oh, that goes in there. Okay. We got to come back down to the cards. that are down under here somewhere. Where are those cards? Oh, I think they're these. Okay, so I had 2 stacks of these. I got to figure out probably one of these is going to be probably starters. I don't know. That doesn't. All right. Well, time to get out the rule book. All right. So I'm going to pause it here for just a minute because I need to figure out where these go. And then we'll go back. We'll kind of backtrack a little bit. But I'm going to jump into the rule book for a moment. So let me pause the video. Or, you know what? We'll just let it go. Okay. So let me just. I got my book here. So we've got. Let's look at these cards. So there's 15 development cards, which are the factory, the observatory. Okay, so there's 15 of those, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Okay, so these are, I got 2 packs, but they definitely do different things. So, end of game. One shows end of game. Observatory. And that card I don't see in any of my observatory cards. Oh, wait, hold on. Look at the other side. End of game. Level 3. Oh, these are. So they're the same on this side. Score observatory based on science. Score observatory based on science. So it looks like there's. I wonder if the expansion introduced more of those cards. So let me find the expansion book. See if it introduced more of those. Solo replacement development ability cards. So okay, so that okay. All right. So remember we're back at the beginning where we had 2 stacks of these. So one of them is for solo replacement development ability cards. We have solo replacement event cards. There is the Unity probe card, which we didn't find a place to put that. So you got to keep that in mind. So I think I'm going to put these. I need to do something with these. So I remember these are solo cards. Well, these are what probably go down there, and then the ones that aren't go up top as we're about to put in. Okay, so I want to make sure that the rest of these are correct. So I've got the greens with the end of. So they probably will all have, end of. And these I don't think have that. Oh, no, they do. But they're different on the other side. These all have the max. Oh, this is kind of annoying. Okay, So this is the base game. 5, 7, 10. These are the identical on that side. And now I don't know which is which. Oh my goodness. But if we look at the factory side, that shows these. And if we look at the here, that says factory. Shows a lot more. Okay. So these are the solo cards. Okay. We're putting those down there. Okay. Solo cards, these are going to go up top. Wow, that was crazy. Okay. So that's back there. This there. And these boards. It gets me to, I guess, to learn how all this goes back. Okay, that goes down in there. Still never had never did find any extra dice they showed for there. So, don't know. Oh, I think these went underneath. And then the board went on top. Then this thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this guy right there, just so he's got a space until I find out otherwise. Okay. I did get one of these that popped out. As I can see, I've gone off screen a little bit. Okay. So you go back down in there. We've got this one left here. Okay, something's not right. I don't think I got it in there correctly because there we go. Like this didn't go down all the way. Which you could tell because when you put these in, these need to line up with the top, and they were sticking out. So, okay. So now we've got this going in, and we pull this, we pop this lid off. It does kind of snap in here on each end. Okay. And then we're putting these cards in here. So they go in a specific order. And let me see if they show me right there. So we've got our green. Oh, and you can tell because the pictures match. They match the mini. There we go. All right. So those go in there like that. And then, of course, the miniatures are in there. And we put the lid back on. And then we just kind of secure it down in that corner. And then we are going to put this right here. And then this finishes it off right there. Woo! That was a long one, folks. And then that should be it. That should be it. So then the last thing is we put that back right in there. We'll put our lid back on. And there we go. It all fits handy dandy. All so pretty. All right, I'm just going to make sure on their official video, I think they're just wrapping up by, yep, they slid that back in and that's it. So, all right. Hopefully that helps. I know we got sidetracked, an hour and 15 minutes. Let me go back to my other camera. But yes, please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, these can be kind of troublesome. There's a lot, especially when you've got all of this content. And as you can see, I ran into an issue with some of the cards. I had to go back and figure out which cards were which and where they go. Because these little videos, I just like showing you, throw this here, put this here. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Again, if it was, please hit that thumbs up and really appreciate it. And comment. Let us know that this was helpful. Thank you so much if you're still here. We really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you at the table.